Welcome to the Breakup Recovery Podcasts by your host, Barbara Stevens. Discover the wisdom and remarkable insights of Barbara Stevens, breakup recovery mentor, author, and public speaker. Barbara offers programs and solutions for any breakup so you can turn your life around, create lasting changes for the better, and embrace life again.
Hello and welcome to Breakup Recovery Podcast. This is episode number 031. 3 things to remember if your partner ends the relationship. I'm Barbara Stevens, and in this episode I would like to offer you what I consider 3 of the most important things to remember when someone you love ends the relationship. Everyone's breakup story is different, and breakups happen for a variety of reasons. It can be so painful for you when your relationship ends and you don't want it to. Or you had no idea that your partner was feeling in a way that they wanted to end the relationship. You may have been in a relationship with your ex for a long time or a relatively short time. It probably doesn't matter the length of time. The feelings can still be the same. And it can be so tough to acknowledge that the relationship is in fact over. No matter the length of your relationship, the questions you ask yourself are probably the same. Why did your ex-partner break up with you? What did you do wrong? Were you not good enough? Are you worthy? Are you a good person? What could have you done to change the breakup? What could have you said or asked so that they would change their mind? When the focus switches from you to them, you may start to blame the other person, thinking of all the things that they said or didn't say, all the things they did or didn't do that could have maintained the relationship. You start to think of all the other signs that maybe you missed, all the cliches. Were they spending more time with their friends rather than being with you? Were you starting to have differences in opinions on some of the major things in your life, like how you spend your money, when and if you're going to get married, your religious beliefs, did you want children or not? Then you might question your sex life. Was it still strong and exciting? Were you still kissing each other every time you left the house? Was there still a lot of affection, touching, kind words being exchanged? Were your goals still the same? Were you fighting over the little things in life, like what you wanted to eat for dinner, how you were going to spend your free time? Were you assuming that you knew your ex-partner's real feelings, or were you ignoring the signs? But whatever the reason for the breakup, the feelings you are experiencing now are real, and they can range from feeling hurt and angry, frustrated and upset, and disappointed. It can be difficult to let go of your relationship and your ex-partner, and it can be difficult to move on. I think I have said this on previous podcasts. You can't control the other person. You can only control the way you react to the breakup. So let's focus on what you can change, and let's look at some ways in which you can change your thought process. The first thing I would like you to consider is, it's not all your fault. Nothing good comes from thinking it's all your fault that the relationship is over. Even if your ex-partner has told this to you, it's not going to help you to recover and to move forward with your life. And this thought process is not going to end your pain and suffering. There are 2 people in a relationship, and it takes 2 people to make it work. It can just take one of those people to end it. It can be so easy to have a good guy and a bad guy in a breakup. It's better to be the good guy, right? We often want to place blame when things don't work out. And what is better for you to blame the other person? It helps to protect you from the hurt you are feeling. Your ex may have told you that it's all your fault. He has fallen out of love with you because of a number of things that you have done or didn't do, or that he has found someone else that he loves more. The reason they have ended the relationship could also be unresolved issues that they have, issues that they may or not be aware of. You might never fully understand why the breakup happened. Your ex-partner may never fully understand why he broke up with you. And hearing him say to you that it's all your fault, you immediately place all of the blame on your shoulders. You begin to believe that you have done something wrong or didn't do anything right. The guilt can start to take over your life. Maybe it's time to start to remember all the things that you did that was right in your relationship. Time to focus on all the things that you did well, the things that were positive. Were you generous, loving, kind, big-hearted, caring, considerate, understanding, supportive, and compassionate? There are many ways and techniques people use to let go, forgive, and find closure after a breakup. I'm going to offer a few today. You can write a letter about how you are feeling, things that you would like to say to them. Get it all off your chest. Don't hold back, write them down, but never send the letter. You can emotionally purge by journaling all the things you are feeling, the hurt, the anguish, all the emotions that you are feeling right now, and then write down all the things you are grateful for from the relationship, all the things that you received, the fun times and experiences. Then write down what you have learned from the experience and what you can apply to future experiences and relationships. The second thing I would like to offer today is let them leave. This can be easier said than done. One of the hardest things to do is to admit that the relationship is over. You are hurting and the other person is probably in a world of pain also. It is such a hard decision to leave a relationship, and the thought of leaving you has probably weighed heavily on your ex's conscience for some time. It is not as if you wake up one day and decide you no longer want to be in a relationship. There has probably been a series of events and thoughts that have culminated in deciding to break up. There probably has been a lot of soul searching and questioning from your ex-partner. You may not have recognised these signs or realised that your partner was grappling with these thoughts, and you may not have been able to do anything different to change their mind. Consider these questions if you still think you want to be in a relationship with your ex-partner. Do you really want to be in a relationship with someone who has already left emotionally? Do you want to make someone stay or make them feel guilty enough to stay? They are no longer truly invested in you, invested in making the relationship work. They no longer value you enough. They are no longer going to be truly there for you. So why should you want to be in a relationship with this person? Letting them leave is the best course of action for you. If you hold on to something that is broken, how will you allow the good things to come into your life? How do you know that something better is not waiting for you just around the corner? How will those possibilities come to you? How can that come into your life when you are still filling your life with someone who does not want to be a part of it? The third thing I'm going to talk about today is you are a worthy person. We all want to be loved and to love someone. We all want to be worthy of love. So after a breakup, you can be racked with negative emotions of guilt and shame. You ask, what's wrong with me? Am I that bad? What have I done wrong? What did I do to deserve this? I am worthless and unlovable. I'm not worthy of respect and commitment. You think of all the ways you could have controlled the situation, but didn't. What you could have done to prevent your relationship from drifting apart or ending. You start to doubt yourself and what you can offer another person, and if you will ever find love and happiness again. Or do you have what it takes to find love again? Do you even deserve to be loved? Then you start to find excuses as to why you do not deserve to find love or why you won't find love. Usually all unrealistic expectations. When you feel you are not good enough, your self-esteem and self-worth can take a nosedive. Your inner critic often reminds you of where you have messed up, all the things you did wrong, plenty of blaming and criticising. But never underestimate how changing your self-talk can stop you from getting caught up in your self-judgment. If you find that you are constantly putting yourself down and you believe all the negative talk, then you need to be able to believe that you can change this thought process and stop the inner critic. One simple way of doing this switch is to change your internal chatter to thoughts and memories that are positive, times when you felt proud of your achievements, happy moments in life where you are enjoying yourself. It's time to value yourself, be gentle on yourself, have faith in yourself, take care of yourself during this difficult time. Believe you can do what you want to do. Show compassion when you falter. Focus on the good things in your life. This could take you out of your comfort zone, but it is so worth it. Write out 5 things that you like and respect about yourself and have them with you. Put them on a post-it note or in your diary. They could be things like the times you have shown others kindness and compassion, the fact that you are a good parent, or the special way you look after your parents, your brothers and your sisters, the occasion where you helped your neighbour or a friend with their problem, the creative talents that you have, the achievements that you have accomplished. It's about having an understanding of who you are, that you are lovable and worthy of love. This allows you to love and be loved. I would like you to repeat this mantra. I am good enough. I am worthy. So to recap this episode, 3 things to remember if your partner ends the relationship. It can be difficult to accept that something that was once a really big part of your life is now becoming a memory. It can be difficult to stop living in the past and accept that someone you once loved doesn't want to be with you anymore. It can be difficult living with the rejection. Different people manage breakups differently. For some, it is an emotional roller coaster. You can have feelings of being ashamed and embarrassment. You can feel humiliated that people know you have been dumped. You can feel angry that you have put so much emotional investment into this person and they have thrown that away or not even taken this into account when they end the relationship. Sometimes the end of a relationship is not about what you did or didn't do. It's about personalities, environmental factors, and other issues that can be well outside your control. But you can still feel wronged. You can still take all the blame and even feel like you have failed because you could not make them love you enough to continue the relationship. As difficult as it is, and so unbelievably hard, it's time to let go. It's time to let them leave your life. It's now time for the next chapter in your life. Don't allow that one person to stop you from finding happiness again, from moving forward, for finding your purpose in life. Stop running the negative internal dialogue, that inner critic that tells you that you are not good enough, you're a failure, and your life is a disaster. Don't beat yourself up. This is part of life, and breakups happen to so many people. There is not much use in reliving the past, agonizing over what you did or didn't do, reliving the heartache. Make sure you don't allow the negativity of a breakup to affect your health in a bad way. It's time for you to put yourself first. What do you want? How do you want things to go for you? Loss is hard, but like anything else in life, it teaches us something. Turn the situation around and ask yourself, what can I learn from the experience? And if you do that, eventually you'll come out on top, much wiser than the person you were before. Don't put limits on your hopes and aspirations. You are a worthy person. You do deserve love and appreciation. You do deserve to have joy in your life, and you are far more resilient than you give yourself credit for. Don't wait around for things to change. Life is short to not start living the life you want now. If you are finding it difficult and still have intense feelings of anger, grief and sorrow, and want to have a chat with me to see if I can help you further on your road to recovery, email me at info@barbarastevens.com.au. And the last thing I would like to say is, be gentle on yourself. You deserve happiness.
If you would like to hear previous Breakup Recovery podcasts, visit barbarastevens.com.au. Connect with Barbara Stevens on social media with Barbara Stevens Breakup Recovery Mentor on Facebook and at You'll Be Okay on Twitter. Read further blogs, view webinar replays, and download your free ebook, 3 Easy Steps to Surviving Your Breakup, and much more at barbarastevens.com.au.